Hello, boys and girls, goblins and ghouls. So, today we're going to be talking about the extreme metal band Absu. And to start with, I just want to say that the band released six full length studio albums, eight EPs, including the EP In the Eyes of Ialdanog, released in 1998, and four demos before breaking up in 2020. Absu might be described mood-wise as alternating between incredibly dark and beguiling, and seemingly, this is my impression, they are one of the few prominent bands from the American extreme metal genre to have successfully produced highly influential black metal popularized in Europe, but obviously they were from the United States, and they do not exclusively or they did not exclusively dwell within the black metal genre, but that was sort of one of the main sounds that they are known for. And they have beginnings in Dallas, Texas, of all places, in 1989, and they, like I just said, they broke up in 2020. But obviously, the band has quite a lengthy history. That's a pretty long stretch for a band. Um, you know, the band has also had quite a lot of different members during that time. I'm not going to list them all. That's like something you could find on Wikipedia. And I would say that they've had different eras of sound. For example, in 1993, the band was narrowed down to a three piece when David Athron Mystica and Black Massith left the band, and that no doubt influenced the sound of the band. Obviously, you're probably going to have a little bit more of a stripped down sound, and if not, you're still going to have, you're probably going to detect the lack of influence of those other musicians who would have otherwise been in the band. You know, I'm no expert on Absu in general. I'm just saying that's, normally how things work. So Absu, like I said, was formed in 1989, and it was by the guitarist and bassist Equitant Infernane, or Ifernane, and guitarist vocalist Shaftiel. I'm probably butchering these names, by the way, and hopefully that might add to the humor of the video. I don't know. Or not video, episode. I'm so used to making YouTube videos, so I'm screwing that part up. But anyway, they were soon joined by Proscriptor McGovern, of strange name, um, but that's what the person is called. I guess his real name is Russ R. Givens, and he was responsible for drums, vocals, and lyrics. And there was also the aforementioned David Athron Mystica on guitars, and Black Massith did the keyboards, synth, and sequencing stuff. And that's another aspect of the band. They did have, synthy parts. So you might say that they had the orchestral aspects of black metal going for them. And the name stems from the Mesopotamian deity as part of a Babylonian creation epic rather than some urban mythology of, oh, I don't know, the El Paso, Texas area or something like that. It's obvious that ancient mythology tends to be more interesting and captivating than Texas. I mean, what would a Texas metal band sing about otherwise? Like the Dallas Cowboys, George W. Bush being the governor at some point. Well, I guess he wasn't the governor in 1989 or whatever, but I don't know. I don't know what a Texas band would say. Maybe like ZZ Top kind of lyrics. I don't know. According to legend, Absu possessed a godlike and mystical ability. and use these abilities to create a frightening and chaotic environment for his bandmates to perform. From that storm, Texan extreme metal was created. So I'm just kidding, obviously. I'm just throwing nonsense in here because I'm not really that schooled on ancient Babylonian mythology or much of any creation myth because I use science here, not old wives' tales that inspire metalheads. Oh man, this is whatever. I don't know what I'm talking about. But anyway, that's basically my opinions on Absu. They're a band that I really don't know a whole lot about. What I will say is that their their sound and their songs seem to be a little bit more individualized than some other metal bands I've heard. Especially black metal bands. Uh, I couldn't even name their songs offhand. I just know that they sometimes pop up when I'm listening to Pandora or even when I have Amazon Music going. Um, I would say that they're a band that I could get more into if I really, put in the effort to do so. And there's always a risky thing about recommending the black metal bands because, unfortunately, that kind of music has sort of a reputation for racism being involved sometimes. Um, I know it's not always the case, but sometimes it is. I haven't heard anything about this band having such a history, and it's plausible that there's nothing like that going on. Um, so I kind of hate to end this on sort of a downer note, but I would say that to my knowledge, Absu has no themes like that going on in their lyrics or anything like that. I would just say they are an interesting band. Their songs are listenable. They actually have some relatively high production values. I know a lot of black metal, if you listen to it, like it just sounds like, I don't know, like kind of mushy or something, or screechy, scratchy. I don't know, however you want to put it, muddy. But this band actually has some pretty clear production values. You can tell the instruments apart from each other more easily, and like I said, it's a little more orchestral. But that was a complicated thing to say. More orchestral. But anyway, that's about all I have to say about Absu, and you have a good day.